Hey everybody, welcome back here to the BTS Pro Series. My name is rkryptic. I'm here with Captain Canuck, with neph. I'm excited. We got ourselves a heated battle of TSM versus Evil Geniuses. How you guys doing?
I'm
Doing
doing
super
great.
well. Yeah.
Ooh, no, that was my turn to talk.
Oh,
Mm.
damn.
Mom says I'm first here, but you said that you were yelling at Rick. You said, "Hurry up, get the camera frames completed, you idiot! I could run production better than this. What are you doing? You're sick. Get off the air."
I
Let's
said
hear you talk
all
about
of
the
those
draft.
things.
Yeah, bad
I
person.
hereby certify that I said all. No, no. I was just saying this is a spicy draft. I like it already. This Bane is a hero that we haven't really seen in competitive for quite a while. I mean, there's a few players that are specialists on it, but hasn't really come out. And I mean, it's looking like a good game for it already. The Doom first pick is also pretty interesting. That hero is really flexible right now, and with kind of the new build with the Octarine and all that sort of stuff, I'm curious to see how it plays out. So yeah, there's some fun and interesting stuff on the board here. And I mean, Rubik again, we saw C Smile just absolutely roll the game with the last game. Um, so yeah, I'm just really intrigued by all the different ideas that are happening in this game right here. TSM grabbing a very traditional CM Pango opener, which feels all right, but again, EG feels like they've got answers for it.
Yeah, is he saying TSM draft boring, EG draft good? That's what
I
I'm hearing. The
I
long
I
short of it.
yeah, I mean, like, more or less. I mean, I don't want I don't want to be too negative, but like, this is a very just bog standard draft. I mean,
10
Ursa
Mhm.
seconds.
just very straightforward hero, Ursa swipe, Ursa kill.
5 seconds.
Tiny, plays four, gets his blink dagger. It's very uh it's very
Time's
normal.
up.
But when you
Banding
look at EG,
time.
there's a lot of different options here. I mean, they've got flex options in like three of their heroes so far. And just a lot of different ways they could play this, even once the rules are kind of locked.
Mhm. It seems like they're confused. They get rid of another hero that can flex between the mid and the safe line, the Templar Assassin on the side of TSM. So I think they're a little bit confused. Hell, even their second phase of bans, the Bloodseeker, the Ember Spirit,
10
heroes that
seconds.
are flexible because they're not quite sure who's going where. I think that they do struggle to
5 seconds.
start team fights
4,
right now, though.
3.
You can kind of set up with Bane jumping and getting a Nightmare off onto someone, but you need somebody who isn't the Doom to sit in front of the rest of your team. I don't think Templar Assassin fits that role. I think
Yeah,
some sort of melee strength carry is what you're looking for here to round out your draft on Evil Geniuses.
yeah, I'd absolutely agree with that, and I think that is one area in which EG is lacking is that hard initiation. I mean, with Pango and Tiny, you've got two kind of inevitable blink dagger buys, and probably Ursa at some point as well. And so it's going to be very easy for TSM to just say, "Hey, we're going right now," whereas EG, you don't, Doom never really wants to be that first hero in.
Yeah, they get the
Bane and
disable on
Rubik
him. It
and Quap are all
becomes
kind of, yeah.
yeah, very easy
Um,
to either like throw Lincoln Sphere or Lotus off on a target he dooms if he's the first one in. It's
yeah.
got a huge windup of like 0.5 seconds. It's like one of the longest cast points in the game as far as the spell goes. So definitely want somebody else to sit in front here. They're going through the majority of the reserve time on TSM figuring out what is to ban. I really don't agree with the Templar Assassin ban because again, uh, I look at their draft. Hell, it would have been really nice if you get yourself like a Wraith King on the side of Evil Geniuses, but they banned that one out.
Yeah.
Um, at this
Well, and
point, I'm thinking Phases Void might not be so bad if you can get like just
Radiant's
throw out
turn
the
to pick.
Chrono onto Tango when he uses Rolling Thunder and kill him. Like, grip him
Iron Dire's
afterwards. Hell,
turn.
if you want to.
yeah.
Venom
Ooh,
But
Man
that is
Zeno.
not what I was expecting at all.
No, me neither. And the point I was about to make there was like I think when you look at the way EG played last game and how like a lot of
Get
SA
here.
teams play in
Welcome to
general,
Dome.
they aren't really like
Choose your
looking
hero.
for these big blink stunish initiation type of things. It's very like consistent pressure, right? They kind of
Mhm.
walk into a space, they hold it, they choke you out, they kind of threaten your territory versus just jumping. So a style of hero like a Veno that does that even more. You get the Bane to walk in first, the Rubik to kind of make these plays, and then you kind of just slowly solidify that with wards and stuff. It might work just as well as having a big tanky blink initiator like we were talking about. But yeah, super interesting how they're deciding to play this. Matthew on the Rubik, so that's going to be a four position, and then we're going to have the Quap mid.
Mhm.
So no funny support co-op shenanigans here, but TSM, their draft kind of is turning around on me a little bit with these last couple picks here.
Yeah, you like
I
the Visage coming out last? I think the Visage is a lot weaker ever since they nerfed Wraith Pack. It was a hero
That's
that
true. Yeah,
it just felt amazing with it. It killed the enemy Wraith Pack with the Familiars quite easily. He liked building up the Vlads for it. The damage reduction felt really good. He farmed pretty fast, and He came out at a good time, like immediately after the laning phase, but this just feels super strong. I feel like he doesn't sync up with how the meta has changed outside the Wraith pack now.
I'd agree. But I think one thing that Visage does really well this game is they don't have like ways to deal against like the quote unquote old school zoo meta. Whereas like if he just gets like drums and like like just early damage items, they don't really have much that can stop him from just running down heroes. The last pick Venomancer I think is like kind of a classic for Whisper. This is a hero he has just played a ton. He loves it. Um, and on top of it, it's like one of those old school counters to the Ursa lane, right? Like anytime you see Ursa, typically like Veno is one of the top picks that come to mind in terms of like laning against it.
Hey, Canuck, they're calling you Kratos in chat.
I'm sorry,
Yeah, I like it, man.
did you just mispronounce Kratos' name?
Yeah.
Oh,
Kratos.
whatever.
Yeah.
Kratos, the god of war, lost game of the year last night.
Did it really?
Yeah, Elden
wasn't
Ring.
watching
Yeah,
this
Elden
one.
Ring, baby.
It was so funny because like last year, God of War or the last Game Awards, was it last year? I don't know. God of War like didn't win many awards and then like snuck and stole Game of the Year just barely. And this year it won like literally every award all night, and then Elden Ring came in and wins Game of the Year. So it was just
I only watched for a Steam Deck that I didn't end up winning, so
unlucky.
unfortunate.
What can you do?
Yeah.
Dude, Hades 2 announcement though. That's good.
Oh, I saw that. Ooh, I'm
There's
excited
some
for
cool games coming. But anyway, we got cool games happening right now.
Yeah.
TSM and EG should be pretty fun.
Yeah, one thing I was gonna, well, I guess we're probably gonna have some skirmishes here. I'll bring this up after, but yeah, top river here looks like a bit of a fight over the top rune, and TSM's just gonna walk away from it. Cede that to EG. All right, so nothing big. What I was gonna say was I think like you know, on a lot of heroes that I'd normally buy Wraith Pact on in the last patch, I've started kind of just getting the Vlad's just on its own, and we can actually see that queued up on Visage already. Kasana's got that Vlad's just ready to go. And I think the Vlad's on its own is just still really good. You just don't upgrade it.
Yep.
And you know, the Helm of the Overlord is becoming a bit more of a juicy option. So I think with this Visage, I mean, we'll have to see kind of how he progresses. But this might be something where you go for the Overlord instead of just the Dominator. You get that early Vlad's for the push, and then you know, you get a big Ancient creep, and you know, EG's got some tools for that. Pekaz can get that 15 talent and just eat your creep. So it might not be the selection in this specific game, but you know, when we're talking about kind of Visage falling out of the meta there due to that change, I think there's still routes for this hero, but just kind of needs to be explored a little bit. Not a lot of teams are working it quite yet.
Yeah, I think the offlane fell into like just a static position where you did the same goddamn thing every single game, and it makes people more afraid to experiment after it gets changed around to be not the same as it used to be. So
yeah,
given a little bit of time, people will start to get used to going to the Helm of the Overlord, like you mentioned. People have kind of gotten used to having the Vlads on their carries, though. Like, it is a lot of lifesteal that Helm of the Wraith Pack gave you. It's like 24%, which is goddamn crazy. It like used to be what Satanic gave you.
Yeah.
I'm sure it gives you half when you're hitting creeps and whatnot, but the 24% or the 20% lifesteal that you get inside team fights when your carry just wants to go nothing but damage items, it's significant enough that, you know, they don't need to tank up if they're not playing against stuns.
Yeah, that was one of like I think one of the best quality of life changes to lifesteal in a while, because it was kind of dumb where it was being bought like super casually just as a farming item instead of, you know, like a team fighting item. But top lane, First Blood goes to Whisper. Tomato will run him down though. So a trade there 1-for-1 ends up being pretty good for the Ursa.
Yeah, committing maybe a little too hard for a CM kill. I mean, the First Blood is kind of worth it, but yeah, giving up your core to the Tomato and getting him solo XP, that could be what turns this lane here. I mean, normally I'd give Veno the advantage here, but if Veno gets a little bit behind and you just start kind of getting run down with Earth Shock and boots on the Ursa, things start to get a little bit scary. But Moonmeter gets caught with another Gale right when he gets back, and
Veno doesn't have
Whisper.
Yeah, he doesn't have boots.
Oh, okay.
I'm actually really curious because like I assumed he was gonna pick up like boots Urn in this lane early. He ends up just going straight Bracer Wand. So he's just tanking up. He's like actually like you don't really think of Veno as being that survivable in lane, but rather than like trying to run from the Ursa and kite it around, he's just building raw HP.
the goal here is to keep like Tomato below 50% HP and get a poison sting off him every so often. And by the time he tries to hard commit onto you, you throw a venomous gale, walk away, then you can kind of kill him. So taking up to be able to survive like an initial burst from the Ursa is what Venomancer was to pull off here. That's why he goes for the bracer. And protection
Ryle is
one.
here in the
Yeah,
top
that's
lane.
a really early mid rotation, but it might pay off here as Matthew's super low, trying to juke it out through the trees here.
They will see him in just a moment, but
This is taking them a
Moonmander's-
very long time. This can't be worth
Killing
it.
so much time. Oh man.
I mean, he's in such a miserable lane mid that like if he gets the kill, it's a little bit of golden XP going his way, and he actually
Yeah,
comes
but look
back
at the
just in
XP.
time for the waves, so he's not really gonna
Yeah.
miss that much.
I had a pretty big XP advantage right now on the Queen of Pain. You're up like 500 XP on him.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, it felt like he kind of had to leave the lane anyways to go get that bounty rune, and then once he was there, he's like, I might as well get this Rubik, you know.
Forts the wave on the shield crash. That feels bad.
Yeah.
C-Smile is playing really aggressive on the Queen of Pain. 2 points in the dagger. We might see a third point. Yep, there it is.
They actually removed the fortify starting at the beginning of the game because that mid plays on it. Like,
Yeah,
people just
you'd use it to
porting
dive
to-
at level 2. It was stupid on certain heroes.
Yeah. I don't know, I'm kind of glad that they nerfed that to the very beginning of the game. The first couple of waves having fortified to like be able to fort something coming out felt miserable. I'm not gonna lie. Maybe I just had a skill issue though.
That's all right, Neph. No, we won't tell anyone.
Yeah.
Bryles might be dead here. Ooh, he's
You
not
don't
gonna
want to blink onto that.
Yeah, he's got a fair fire. He's all right.
Yeah.
That was that fort change was one of those changes that like the entire Dota scene just like overreacts to a little bit, where like they took away the fort, and then suddenly people were like picking Leshrac and going Edict first and hiding in the trees, and they're like, now I can get towers. It's like, all right, chill out.
It actually made it harder to like sit by any of the trees inside the fog. I think the only one you can do it now is the mid tier one.
Yeah.
Yeah, on both sides. Which is very funny. You used to be able to do that to the top tower at level 1.
Yeah.
We
Oh,
had
yeah.
so many lame things inside this game. This game was not good back in the day.
Ooh, top lane, double gale comes out from Whisper, actually connecting both.
Yeah.
So they just gonna be able to continue putting a lot of, like you said. Now, if you were kind of right, they're just keeping him at low HP. He's got 2 points in the poison sting.
Yeah, and he did stall out that urn just a little bit to go for the boot, so he does have those now and can kind of control Tomato and keep him from running around. So this lane, I think, does actually, like, you know, I was thinking that First Blood might change things, but I think it does really favor EG in this point, and Moonmoon's going to go down, maybe denied yet. Oh, nice.
They baited
All
the
right.
gale on Tomato there. That was really nice.
Yeah.
It's not easy to get that one
Rotation onto
either.
mid here. Ari just kind of holding the bottom rune, but Panda's there as well, and it's going to be top, so easy rune for C-Smile, and maybe action onto Ryle after this. Oh, more TP's coming in. All right.
Yeah, that Moon Meander coming in is going to stop C-Smile from wanting to dive with that haste.
Did
Oh,
we
he's
ever
doing a lot of
address the
damage
fact
to
that it is Pakaz playing the Doom?
No, but I was actually I wanted to ask about that in the laning phase. I was gonna say, what do you guys think? Because this isn't really a Pakaz signature hero, eh?
I feel
No,
like Doom is a top tier hero right now. I feel like this hero is ridiculous. Like,
Yeah.
I'm
Well, and they
actually-
first picked it, right? I was talking about the insane flex value of this hero, and oh, there goes Bryle.
all right. Well,
It's
we
played
kind
by
of knew that
C-Smile.
was going to be inevitable. And now looking for the Crystal Maiden here in the river. Pakaz going to be able to just body block him up. And it's going to be one more auto attack. C-Smile now with a double kill on the Queen of Pain. And EG are off to the races once again, man.
Yeah, this Doom is looking really scary. I think you know, again with the flex value of that, they had no idea where it was going to end up, and so they kind of just had to account for it everywhere. And again, we were talking about that TA ban. They were just looking for a carry to ban, right? And now you've got this Pakaz Doom and the last pick Veno to really mess with this
Ursa lane.
this Ursa and
Which,
Tiny and stuff.
Speaking
so,
of Ursa, he just gets level 6. Okay, that's huge. He's gonna turn the Enrage,
Yeah.
try and chase down Matthew, gets telekinesis away, but Ari will be up here to try and make some space as well. So the thing that sucks though is he committed
They're going
Enrage.
to find Matthew here, I think. Oh, Ari's not going to continue the chase. And now Matthew's got vision. Moon Meander is going to wrap around onto him, and they find him. So, Ari,
Oh my God.
turn around. Okay. He's fine. He's dead.
Oh,
Right,
swashes off.
One would
Come on, man,
assume.
just get him.
TP. Oh,
He's
out.
been back
He's
here
out.
for so long.
Oh my god. When he
Alright,
dropped
they
that
go
word,
down.
I
They
thought
will
he was
get
just
Whisper,
gonna TP
though.
up the hill.
Tomatoes just got phase boots completed.
He's got a 26.
Oh, the
Oh
nightmare.
my-
No way, dude. Oh, that would
and he
feel
turns
so
back
bad.
for the last auto attack. Tomato tips Whisper too.
Yeah, they lose the Crystal Maiden there as well.
Yeah, Doom out on bottom on the Visage. He's gonna drop as well because doesn't even look at the
This is a
explosion from
disaster,
Grab.
man. TSM is getting torn apart right now. It is now a 3K net with man just 8 minutes of the game. They can't
Yeah.
find anything.
Dude,
Yeah,
Rubik
all,
shouldn't have
Midas
gotten
beat up
away
on
with
Doom.
that. Rubik should not have
No.
gotten away with that.
dude, all 3 lanes just literally just got crushed in the matter of like 30 seconds there.
Yeah, and I mean the flexibility of their draft, it really feels like it just gave them the option to do this, right? They just have the tools to win every lane, and now it's really on TSM to try to break this game a little bit, to pull off a smoke or a big rotation or a charge at some tower. They need to do something to just kind of open this game up, and right now they really feel hemmed in.
Yeah, they couldn't even get their hands on because he's got the speed aura alongside the Scorched Earth, so Ursa wasn't able to chase him down. Jukes him around in the trees and walks away.
Anyone else like kind of confused by the arcane boots on the Doom, or is this just like he's just gonna eventually turn these into an Octarine? I can't say I've seen arcane boots Doom in a long time.
Neither have I. I'm thinking about it, and I feel like Phase is normally what I would buy, but like I think if you're eventually going to get that Octarine, and it is a good farming tool, because I mean you do run out of mana pretty quickly on this hero. Using Scorched Earth to just farm jungle waves, it might just be a thing where it's just more efficient to just farm that way than it would be with Phase Boots or something. You have a ton of regen, so
Yeah.
Buying a bunch of clarities.
yeah.
Yeah. Also, let's I guess his teammates spam out a couple of more spells. I don't know. Feels kind of effective. I do miss like the safe laners going mana boots into something else meta that we had ages ago.
Yeah.
Moon's gonna
This
get
is
ran
just
down here
such
by the
a
Doom.
sad game for Moonmeander. He is
Yeah.
he just anywhere he goes, he just dies.
We've got to see Brawl get active here, and we're gonna.
Oh
Oh,
my
no, his
God,
ankle
Panda
is
got
completely
happy feet.
broken. They will connect there for a second onto the Doom. The Swashbuckle on forward because is still alive. They drop everything. The Nova as well. Tomato gets a
He gets a
deny.
Zion of Brile. That is sick, man.
Oh my
He managed to
God.
get it twice now.
Oh my god.
I mean, they brought 5 heroes to the bottom lane for this. And maybe you could argue some space being made for the Visage now on the top line, but
You have almost.
It is a
as many
4K
designs as you
lead
have
already.
kills.
The Doom bought out his Midas as he was dying there too, so he's got that ready to go as soon as he's back up, and an 11-minute Midas is nothing to scoff at. And oh, Moon Meander. Oh no. This is despair. 0 and 6 on the Crystal Maiden right now.
dude, EG is just operating on a different level right now. These drafts are just so good.
Yeah, incredibly versatile. I mean, Kaneki, you were talking about it, how you could just like swap anyone around to any lane. We weren't expecting this last pick, but no, we weren't expecting Doom to come in at safe lane. We're saying they needed someone to like kind of sit in front, but if it's a safe lane Doom, that's exactly what he's going to be able to do.
Yeah, well, and I've had conversations about this with my team where, like, there's heroes that you kind of think of as a flex. It's like, oh, we're going to pick Pango. We could play it 4. We could play it 3. But it's like, who actually plays Pango 3? Who actually plays Pango 4? Like, it's always just mid. It's just, and so, like, I've had this discussion with my team where I'm like, oh, yeah, we keep picking these heroes that we say are flex. We keep picking Tiny, but then we play it 4 every fucking game. So, like, like, what do you, and I feel like that's kind of where TSM's draft went, where they kind of went, CM and Pango, those are flexible heroes, and then they just played them exactly where you'd expect them to be played, and it was super easy to read their draft,
Top
But,
lane, beautiful gang.
action
They'll
on
take
top,
down
yep.
Paz. Panda actually completes the TP. Might regret this one. He's just going to drone him. Quick pick off there for TSM as they will grab the tower as well. So showing some signs of life now.
Great little movement, and I mean the Visage has that Vlad's up, so they're looking pretty scary. I mean, this is kind of what I was saying. You need to break the game open a little bit. You just need to go somewhere and do something big, and that's kind of what they did. They brought everybody, went up to top. This is not usually a tower that you see pushed this early. It's usually you go bottom and you go mid, but like they just said, hey, we're gonna just fight top lane. We're gonna go where they're not going to expect us, and they get a couple kills in a tower, and they're actually kind of set up decently for Roche on the Dire side. I mean, if they get a small opening, another kill or two, Ursa with the Vlads on the Visage, they could probably just swing in and take a really quick Roche anytime they want.
Yeah, it is if they find another opening. I mean, ideally you find a fight around the mid tier 1 tower, but being able to dive at this point against the CM, against the Doom with everything off of cooldown, I don't think is so easy.
Yeah.
Obviously, you need like a team fight around that area as well. At this point, with the mid tower still standing and respawn timers this low at this point in the game, it's super easy for them to contest Roche.
Yeah, no, I was curious what the rest of this Visage's build was going to be, because obviously you can't really go for that Dominator with the Doom on the board, but go straight into the drums, and looks like he's got a pipe queued up after that, so gonna...
fight big Avatos in the mid lane, into the freezing field. They take down the Quap for the Pango, so overall, a pretty good trade for the side of TSM. I don't know if they're going to get anything else out of it, though.
That could be opening for Roche.
Oh, that's a Whisper TP, though. Panda with a nice Nightmare as well. There's going to be the Gale, the Spirit Vessel completed from this. Venomancer is going to do some work. Does get the Poison Nova off, so trying to deny. He gets it. Perfectly done.
Oh, no!
The bird drop should cancel the grip. It does. So for the moment, TSM's not that bad if they can get out of this, but they're got the Visage held in place. The Gale's going to connect. Brow's going to respawn there, come in, will help finish off Whisper. Rolling Thunder as well to away. Yeah, he used it just to get away. Moon on the backside. Survives on just a sliver of HP. So a kind of even trade in terms of kills, 2 for 2, but you did get the Quap and the Veno.
Are denies counted on the scoreboard? Or, like, of those 12 kills, is it 4 denies or is it...
It's 4 denies.
Okay, so,
Wait,
so
really?
it's not... Do they have 8 actual kills or do they have 12 actual kills and 4 denies on top of that?
Wait, hold on. So, no, the kills aren't counted. The deaths count, but not the kills. Sorry.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Oh, top lane.
Orchid out on Tomato. He was not expecting that.
That is a very fast Orchid out from the Queen of Pain.
Yep.
It's counted on, like, shit. I think, like, Dota buff and things like that. It'll count denies as actual kills, but not on the scoreboard in game anymore. Even like neutral deaths will count as
either way. 4 kills denied this game is pretty ridiculous.
Yeah, it is.
I guess they have 2 of the what? Or I guess they have 3 of the. Wait, is it? Do they have all the heroes that can have abilities denied? Doom, Quap, and Beno?
I believe that's all of them, yeah. You used to be able to deny Viper, but I don't think you can anymore.
No, you can't deny Viper. Top lane, Avalanche toss back. They've got the Bane. Rolling Thunder through from Bryle to finish it off. Smile thinking of going in. Does have the vision here on the high ground. Jumps in, catches Ahri. They will get the Gale, the Spirit Vessel, as the Orchid's onto the Crystal Maiden as well. Hasn't let the Sonic Wave rip. Gonna be able to steal the Avalanche there. C-Smile goes in, able to finish him off, and now Bryle's the one that might be in trouble, but C-Smile drops the Sonic Wave. There's gonna be the birds, the familiars, they're holding him in place. It's not enough damage, though, from the Visage. So it ends up being a pretty sick find there for the side of EG once again as they clean up one of the familiars as well. So 3 for 1.
Yeah, Pakaz shows up for that fight and helps out and has his BKB flying out as it's coming out. So he has a BKB now, he still has Doom, and they're going to continue this pressure. EG's just going to walk up into this triangle, hold this spot, and look for more. I mean, they have no reason to back off.
We have a vision of this one. You see Doom underneath this Observer Ward, unfortunately. So they're just going to play on their jungle, opposite side of the map of the EG. But I think at this point, teams will start to set up... I mean, the tier 1 tower is still standing on both teams. I keep on saying, yeah, they should be setting up for the Roche pit right now. They should be setting up for the Roche pit, but until you take the tier 1 mid, it is not easy to go for that.
Yeah.
Are you guys, either of you, surprised he's still holding the move speed aura? Or not really?
No,
I think
not
as
really.
core,
I mean,
it makes sense, right?
Yeah,
I'm surprised.
I mean, there's a lot of slows on TSM. I mean, just being able to counteract that just a little bit, I think is super valuable. I can't really think of something else that I'd want. Like, you know, the Centaur Stomp is only really good once you have the Blink, so I could expect him to switch over to that afterwards, but for now, I mean, you know, what do you get? Armor Aura, Regen Aura, like Mana Burn, like none of it really feels like it's going to matter as much as just being able to kind of walk out of a Grave Chill or out of a CM Slow or whatever, you know?
It's either that or the Wolf Alpha, the pack leader aura, right? Like for the extra
but
damage.
I mean, you don't really
farming,
have other heroes to leverage
no
that,
one's
right?
hitting, really.
Yeah, no, it's just like for yourself in terms of like farming speed, but I
Yeah.
feel like the movement speed is allowing him to just get a lot more on the map. Like he's just everywhere.
Ooh, Moon just narrowly escaping there.
They're
top
working on
lane.
Blink and a couple heroes. Matthew's working on his.
Looks like they're gonna
Later
find
than lose
Panda
Panda
here on the Bane and Avalanche Toss. A couple more auto attacks there from Tomato. They got him.
Yeah, getting caught on a warding mission. That's good from TSM, picking up whatever they can, wherever they can. And are they gonna try the Roche? They're looking
the
at it.
Visage and the Ursa means they're definitely going for it.
They've got 4 heroes here, and you know, EG knows they're rotating, but are they going to be there in time? I mean, this Roche is going to go down really fast.
I mean, you have a Venom, man. This is going to be really scary. And there it is. Poison Nova hits everyone. Avalanche Toss. They've even managed to telekinesis up Brawl. He gets denied again! How many times they keep doing this? Tomato goes down. That's going to be the Aegis, but Moon channeling that freezing field the whole time. It's going to be the BKB from Pakaz. Panda looking for that Fiend's Grip, but Tomato is able to get away for the moment. Swashbuckle up forward. Can they get in range? Ursa with the in range. The Fiend's Grip's going to catch him. The reduced duration, though, is just enough to help secure that kill. So a big win for EG.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about going for that as just being a suicide mission with that mid tower still standing. They're able to get into the pit way too quickly, and the Venomancer just getting Gale poisoned over off on every hero. Like, all this, everyone just melted.
Dude,
Yeah.
props to Kasane, though. That dude has
Tiny.
gotten so many clutch denies. Also, it's just setting up a kill there onto the Queen of Pain. Very quick pick off, and the chase continues. The Rolling Thunder stolen by Matthew, though, just disrupting the whole backside. A lot of damage out from the Pango, though. That being said, the Familiars are dishing it right back to Matthew, and as soon as that expires, they're going to clean him up. Double kill for Browse Pango. So, right back the other way, as TSM's going to grab the mid tower.
Man, it feels like TSM should not be getting as much out of this game as they are, but like every time they start slipping backwards in the game a little bit, they just go and take a fight, and suddenly it looks like they're back in it. I mean, this this retaliation on mid here, the 3 kills is super nice, and you got to start asking, like, at what point does this Quap kind of fall off, right? Like, you know, I think a lot of people joke about Quap being that die 2 times and your game is over hero, and we just saw the second death, you know?
Needs the BKB for sure this game.
Yeah. And
Bottom
I mean,
lane, Pakaz, I don't know. He doesn't really have any help here, though. He's just going to try and chase down the Visage, but yeah, he's alone. Maybe they can finish off the Familiars at least, though, which is...
Yeah.
I mean, okay, they get both really, really quickly. Visage, though, oh, nice little soul assumption there. Gives him a lot of speed to try and survive this gank, and C-Smile does have the Sonic Wave, not going to throw a Moon on the backside of the big freezing field to slow down this chase. Ends up sacrificing himself in the process. Whisper did pick up the Wraith Fire Pact, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
I always say Wraith Fire Pact, the Wraith Pact.
Yeah.
I saw that just now, and it makes very little sense to me, given the fact that you're playing against a Visage who's going to be able to take it out of this team fight pretty quickly.
Well, I don't mind it all that much, because I mean, a lot of the damage that's going to come in is via either Swashbuckle, the Fury Swipes, or the Visage Birds, right? All big sources of physical damage, and, you know, it doesn't really matter if TSM can get away from your Wraith Pact, as long as they can't fight into you, you know? And that's very much how Venom operates, is you stake your claim and you say, hey, come fight us here, and if they don't, then they lose towers, you know?
Oh, Matthew with another stolen Rolling Thunder. Oh, nice telekinesis play. Does catch the Tiny. Tiny's blink was coming out on the Courier right now. He's not going to get a chance to use it, so he goes down. Nice chase in from Pakaz. They managed to get on top of the Crystal Maiden. She's going to fall as well. And the rest of TSM now in full retreat. Some big items just getting delivered. The BKB on C-Smile. We're going to see... where was the other one? Oh, yeah. Boots of Travel finished up on the Doom, and he does queue up the Aether Lens. So it was just a long play for the Octarine.
Yeah, and I mean, you know, again, the way he played out this game too is really nice, because I mean, he switches out the boots for the travels, he gets the blink, and then switches his ability over to the War Stomp from the movement speed aura. So just really nice efficiency in the way that he's skilling and building his items. I really like the way Pakaz has played this Doom.
Yeah. So, do we think the side of EG has scaling problems? Like TSM, we see like actual conventional late game heroes. EG is running core Doom, core Quap, right? Like,
yeah, I was gonna bring that up. Like, it does feel like Quap, Veno, Doom is a lineup that needs to win in that 30-minute window, and if they don't, things start to fall off. And you see here, this Venom just gets popped. I mean, it doesn't matter how tanky he is. They chase him down and boom, that's it. But Pakaz in on the
Oh my god, Pakaz is really in. Just blows up that Tomato Ursa, and he's chasing now more from Moon. Should be able to burn him down, but the BKB expires, and they're afraid to go up onto the high ground. See Smile, maybe not, though, as he's got that Arcane and that BKB. Fiend's Grip is still available for Panda. He walks in pretty deep, just gets blown apart. Big Freezing Field for the Sonic Wave to finish him off. Pangolier caught by the Orchid as well. Matthew with another stolen Rolling Thunder, man. He's got it every time. 4 dead for the side of TSM, and now you are held in place. It's about to be a 5th. Tries to pop that pipe, but it's not going to be enough. Kasane will fall. All 5 gone. EG with a big win as they clean up the familiars as well.
Yeah, the BKB just being completed on the Queen of Pain allows it to play so aggressive, jumps into your team, pushes everyone back, and really not worth it to dropping that Rolling Thunder earlier onto the Bane just by himself. But short-sighted, so EG turn around and punish you immediately after. You just have nothing left.
I mean,
come on, man.
Just styling on the Ursa a little bit, gives him a little smack, walks away into the trees.
He like blink stomp doomed him, right? That's what happened. Like that's why he never got BKB or anything.
Yeah.
Oh my.
And the BM on Tomato right now. Oh,
he's gonna have to BKB. Absolutely, trying to stay on top of this Rubik. Trying to run into the trees. He's actually stuck. He has an enrage. Try it in a second, but Ursa just kited around. Does manage to get some help from the team, though, as Pakaz jumps on forward to finish off the Ursa. Is going to be successful in that, but it's going to cost him his own life. Tomato with the reverse bait. You love to see it. Now Whisper on the run, hiding into the trees once again, but the Familiars able to provide that vision. They get themselves 3 as they look for more on the other side of the fight. Ari on the Tiny trying to provide the vision, but a DD on Queen of Pain. Sonic Wave just barely misses onto Moon Meander, but C Smile does not stop. He's got the BKB. He's running out of mana, though. The damage from the right clicks. He gets in and he gets out.
Wow.
C Smile. What a player.
I can't believe that. That was actually ridiculous. I mean, I was about to say, looks like EG might have just gotten a little too cocky, like a little too cute. They're going on the Ursa, they're gonna stomp them, haha. Like it's all fun and games, and then they get turned around on 3, and I was like, oh, okay, well, you know, it serves them right. And then boom, C Smile jumps in, finishes it off, and all right, like looks like they were justified. You know, they're playing with their food a little bit, but that was a weird but hilarious team fight. I love it.
Yeah, the way that one started, it felt like the Doom was like training the Ursa a little bit, like, haha, I'm just kind of messing with you. And then Ursa ends up bringing in, they bring in like a couple of heroes, and Ursa brings in his whole team afterwards. But
yeah, it's like 1v1 me bot, bro, and then like the whole team shows up. You're like, hey, you loser, you know? Yeah.
Yeah, you're like, come on, guys, why are you ruining our battle?
The MMR bell curve, right?
Yeah.
Well, that being said, because his farm doesn't slow down, right? That's one of the things about the Doom. That is, you know, they both die in that fight, but Doom just keeps printing money. He's got the Midas, he's got the Devour, which, you know, one of the things that people may not have kept up with is the change to the fact that this doesn't get dispelled on death now. So you still get the Devour money. It's good.
Yeah, and he's about 400 gold or 300 gold off of that last piece of the Octarine core, and then once he gets that shard, it's going to be stun city for TSM. They're going to have a rough time getting out of that
mid lane. They try to find C Smile. He gets the BKB, tries to turn it around here onto Ari, but he is tanky. No DD rune this time for you, sir. He's out. Meanwhile,
Pakaz drops stun off onto Ryle, hits him with the Doom afterwards, finishes him off.
This guy's everywhere, man. And the thing about Doom is his cooldowns are pretty huge until he gets the Octarine, and it is finished now, but that Doom going to be on cooldown for quite a bit longer.
Yeah, he didn't have the talent before he went on the Pango either, so it's going from like 140 second cooldown now to 82.5.
Well, top lane here, Ari going to get taken down by Matthew as well as Whisper. Mumian with a big freezing field, but instantly canceled, and Matthew's going to steal the freezing field, so EG continuing the chase here as Pakaz tries to get on top of the Visage with the help there of the Queen of Pain. The Orchid doing some work. He's got the Familiar drop to buy him some space, but there it is. Just caught over and over again. Does get that stone form to buy him a moment of space, but surrounded by all 5 members of EG. Not going to last too much longer there.
They'll make quick work of this tower, then they'll move back over to Roshan, clear that one out. Matthew's gotten it out. Extra easy taking it on the pit. They don't have control of this outpost yet. They're gonna want to grab this before they go into the Roche pit.
Yeah.
Right. They go into the Roche pit without grabbing the outpost.
It's bait, dude. They've got the tower. They got the ward there. They're gonna bait the TP copium. That's what it is.
Yeah. They say, hey, come fight us. Come fight us.
Total 5-head play.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't think they expect anyone to challenge them. But Aegis and Shard on the deck in just a moment. Shard, I would actually be pretty okay with it going on to Pakaz. The increased stun duration is really strong.
Yeah, that's the idea, I think. I mean, I think that's the whole idea behind the new Ocarine build, right? Is that once you get the Infernal Blade with the Shard, it is nearly a permastun, but he actually doesn't take it.
And they give it to the Queen of Pain, the silence on Blink. There's the Fiend's Grip from Panda right onto the Pango. One of those counters you don't see all that often, but very effective. And he's looking for more. Grabs the Visage here, just trying to chase him down. The familiar drops are available. Blink up onto the high ground. He's protected by the haste and the BKB as well. Now onto Moon. Big Sonic Wave connects, trying to get away, but she's not going to be able to. And now Tomato, the BKB TP on home. Ari caught in the crossfire. Will join his team as well. So 3 more kills. C-Smile is just playing out of his mind this game, dude.
Yeah, no, and he has no fear, right? He's blinking into every single team fight saying, I have a BKB if you want to turn on me, and then I'll just blink out if you try to fight me. It's unbelievable boldness, but it's really working out here. He's able to get 2 kills almost every time he blinks in, and then it's just a matter of spending his health until he has the blink back out.
The only person that he really has to pay attention to is positioning when he's got the BKBs as soon as the basher completed. But a lot of time, like as he jumps in, he's pushing this bass with Sonic Wave, and between that and like only having a 6-second cooldown on the blink dagger, a lot of time you wouldn't be able to escape after going in, and it's gonna help a lot once he finishes his assault cross. He's gonna have enough armor to be able to survive this burst from the Ursa, unless he's already got overpower primed up and has a second charge ready.
Yeah, and I mean, the items don't stop coming from Pakaz. He's almost got a full Aghanim Scepter on the courier, just waiting for the last 150 gold. He's just going to pop that Midas and have it, but once you have that AoE Doom, that this team fight gets a lot scarier for TSM as well.
Yeah, and it like really shuts down the Ursa. If the Ursa doesn't have overpower, his damage is pretty underwhelming. He just doesn't have any attack speed.
Yeah, and I mean, oh, okay. Gonna lose the Bane here on bottom, but
that's the axe from the Doom. That's put in some work, but he's got to find his real targets. Trying to chase down Ari, the stolen toss. Get in there, buddy. Oh, you'll
you ever see that Doom thrown at you? I mean, the spell, not the hero.
Oh my God, he caught him. No way, Bryle in shambles. The toss forward whisper now finds Kasane. He's trying to TP on home, but has to cancel. He sees the Eternal Blade coming. Oh my God, 4 heroes dead once again. Oh God, EG is so good right now.
And I was going to say about that eggs before the fight there is that it does help a lot for controlling some of the peripheral stuff in this fight. Like, the birds can't drop if you're AoE doomed around them.
Yeah.
You know, the Pango can't shield crash or swashbuckle out of his role if you got it on him, etc. Like, there's a lot of just these little interactions that this AoE Doom is going to allow you to have in this game versus just dooming multiple heroes, you know?
I gotta say, whichever like artist at Valve like works on Doom, they love this hero. That's all I'm gonna say. They did a real good job with all of his stuff.
He's got some incredible sets.
I mean, just the Ags Doom. It might be like one of the most like beautiful, like animations or like AOE indicators in the whole game. It is so good. TSM here trying to figure out how to defend their high ground. There's gonna be the avalanche, but a quick Orchid response from C-Smile. No toss back for you. He's just gonna continue the chase. He's got the Aegis. He's feeling pretty okay. There's gonna be a big Poison Nova plus a Fiend's Grip, and there's the Doom. He comes back in. He's caught Tomato because they're able to just keep them in place. The rundown continues as C-Smile pops his BKB, blinking for one after the other. The GG comes out, and that is a quick 2-0 from Evil Geniuses.
Absolutely methodical. You know, there is some little glimpses that TSM had here and there, kind of like in the last game where it was, okay, maybe they can pull something out here with this team fight, but EG was just relentless. You know, regardless of what deaths happened, they just rearmed and went again, and TSM just looked absolutely crushed by the end of that.
And I mean, some of these deaths end up going the way of TSM. Like a lot of the early kills just ended up being denies. TSM turned the one around with them. Tomato ended up getting so many off onto his teammates, but it's like you mentioned, just every lane they shut them down. Bottom lane, pretty unusual seeing Doom go. What is safe lane Doom going Mana boots first is absolutely insane, but he has enough mana to sustain for his spells. He's always going to be able to chase people down with that buff to Scorched Earth. He could run people down with Infernal Blade as well. Tons of dots. Whisper kept Ursa's HP below 50% like that entire lane, even though he died at level 1. Didn't end up mattering. This new EG team, I know I've been shit talking these superstar lineups and how they're too cool and they don't practice, but they look damn good, man.
Yeah, I was actually like thinking in the back of my head. I was like, oh, I gotta jab Neff about the all star
Some
lineup
idiot.
comment earlier. But yeah, no, like that's exactly it, right? Like, I mean, they look like a unit. They look like they've been they're in sync, and they all kind of play with what I would call that, like, SA mindset, that just go 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 go, nonstop feel. Like they feel like as individual players they would play together well in a pub. So putting them in a
Mhm.
team where they're organized and they're competitive, I like what it's bringing out of them so far. So absolutely dominant series. TSM is going to have to kind of retreat with their tail between their legs for now. But I believe that was upper bracket, right? So TSM will have another shot at this.
Yeah,
Yeah,
upper
they will.
bracket
They're going to be
finals.
knocked.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
basically with that one, actually, we could probably show the bracket here. Why don't we take a look at that? That's something we have the capability of doing.
Yeah.
So for
Now I
those of
can't see the
you,
bracket at all.
no, but the viewers can, and that's what we want
Oh,
to show
right.
here. The
Yeah.
the journey of the teams. So we got TSM obviously dropping their EG is going to go right on into the grand finals, and TSM will be playing the winners of our next series here, which is Beast Coast and Infinity, which should be really, really, really exciting. Both these teams have looked really good. Infinity kind of maybe surprising some teams and some fans as they took down Thunder Awaken in the last round. Um, but man, yeah, EG looks like they might be on a whole other level from some of these teams.
Mhm. No,
Yeah.
it's not been easy. I mean, announcement to take a game off of them. I'm just saying,
Yeah, nice one, Neff.
yeah, managed to do that. Unfortunately, we've been knocked out by Beast Coast, which is the other half of what that SA super stack.
Yep, it's the
There's
other half.
two teams ended up coming apart and forming Beast Coast and Evil Geniuses. So my team is unfortunately, I could be as biased as I want now that my team isn't here anymore. I was getting so much shit from Beast Coast general manager during the match. He's like, "Oh, I'm gonna report you for biased caster, biased caster." Anyways,
Um,
congratulations to EG for moving forward here. I am excited to see how TSM does against the winner of Beast Coast versus Infinity, but we have to get to that match first.
yeah. Neff, do you know if we're going to be doing any interviews? Because
Uh,
I'm not 100% sure. If we do, we're going to be coming back after. We'll just like go to a short break. We'll come back into an interview.
yeah, we are going to have Panda Boo
We
most
will.
likely.
Okay. So stay tuned, everyone. We're just going to go to a really short break. We'll be back with our interview with Pandabu, which should be very exciting, everyone. So yeah, stay tuned for that.